Hello, everyone. Hope you're well on this Thursday night. Things are just getting started. The chaos is just starting to ramp up, y'all. And I'm not trying to be fear mongering. I'm not trying to be over the top. I promise. This is genuinely how I feel. And it's something Ms. Dawg and I talk a good bit about as well. Also, I'm going to talk about how some things that we can be doing to prepare that I haven't mentioned before or that I haven't mentioned in a while. And one or two things that are really on my mind a lot as far as preparedness. And I think it's for a reason. I'm going to tell you about that. I also have a very good passage that I will share towards the end. So do stay tuned for that. All right. We have been sold down the river. Yeah. We've been bought and sold. And we're just not represented. Taxation without representation. All right. All levels of government. Total corruption. All levels. That's not saying that 100% of them are corrupt, but as a whole, complete corruption. We have an ongoing invasion going on. And I'm telling you, that's just getting ramped up too. More on that in a minute. Growing number of Americans cannot afford a $1,000 emergency, cannot afford a $400 or $500 emergency. It's about 70%. That's very telling. A growing number of Americans cannot afford rent, cannot afford the mortgage, can't afford health insurance, homeowners insurance, property taxes, groceries, hello, food, utilities, not to mention buying an automobile, just basic transportation, health care, try to save a little money, maintenance, repairs, health. So many are just hanging on. I hear from a lot of you. I see it in comments. I see it in comments on other videos from other folks. So many of them are saying, I'm just barely hanging on. One flat tire, $1,000 automobile repair. I'm done. I don't know how I'm going to do it. One healthcare crisis away from a personal SHTF. I hear it so much. Taxed. We're taxed beyond facial recognition. And they're finding new ways to do it. We have an ongoing invasion, like I said. People that are coming in and have more rights than we do. There are reports of Haitian refugees floating right up to the shore on the Florida Keys, trying to get into people's homes. I saw a little story earlier today, El Paso, Texas. Hundreds of them. It looked like more than just hundreds. Rushed Texas National Guard troops. Went through barriers, tore down, went through the razor wire, and knocked down some of the Texas National Guard. That was just one barrier, though. Then they got to the real one, the real fence. They couldn't get through that. But it was a chaotic scene, man. If you just Google refugees or migrants rushing Texas National Guard, El Paso, you'll see it. But that's kind of scary. That video, it wasn't very long, but that's just a little taste of what's going on, I'm sure, and what's to come. I saw another clip where a guy from Nicaragua was, I think it's TikTok, where he has thousands of followers, and he was given a tutorial on how to take over abandoned homes and get squatter rights. Yeah, figured out the law, how you can do that. Claimed they had 7 homes already. Y'all, we're in some deep squeeze here, some deep squeeze. And most are totally oblivious, going on like nothing's going on. Also, there's the threat of WW3. I hadn't mentioned that one in a while, but things are ramping up. And people, it's not in the news much, y'all. Things are ramping up like nobody's business. Today, Russia said that they are creating 2 new ground armies. That includes 16 brigades and 14 divisions, new. That alone is more than the combined army of just about all of Europe. If you take us out of the mix, and make no mistake, there are United States troops and French troops for sure in Ukraine right now. We also have troops, and they've admitted to having troops from the United States in Taiwan. If you were to pluck us out of there, out of Ukraine, Russia just decided to go west. Y'all, it'd be like a football going through it'd be like a cannonball going through a wet paper towel. And that's putting it mildly. Mildly. And if that thing kicks off, y'all, people aren't ready for that. It's not even on most people's radar. They will be in shock if that happens. They don't realize the shortages that we will see. A lot of things will just flip and stop. Okay. Like 90+% of our prescription drugs are made in China. Forget about it. I want to talk about some preparation. Y'all, I don't know. We talk a lot about fortifying our homes, properties, and all like that, and the normal things, like water, food, medical, vitamins, your protein. Think about protein, canned meat, your peanut butter, things like that you can consume. Transistor radio, a radio that's either battery operated or operates from solar. All right, because if things go down, we want to have some kind of news from the outside. Something. You might say, well, Dawg, it's going to be state run or whatever. At least you're getting some kind of information. Okay. Lighters, something to light a fire. Lighters will be very popular. Be a good barter item too, but you got to have plenty for yourself. Or matches. Lighting, solar lighting. Put it outside, bring it inside to light up your home if the power goes out. Self-defense, of course. Big thing that's been on my mind for some reason, it's just been put on my mind, on my brain, is fuel, gasoline. Keep our vehicles full of gasoline. Mine was at half a tank. Well, a little bit below half a tank today when I left work. Filled it up. It's rare that it gets below half a tank. Let's keep an eye on that kind of thing, but not just your vehicles that you run on the road, but all your any other vehicles, lawn care, you name it, tractor, whatever you got, your homestead, your farm, just your backyard. Fuel. If you don't already, if you have a way to store it, get you 4 to 5 5-gallon gas cans. Fill them up. 20, 25 gallons, better than nothing. Get you through a little emergency. We just don't know. And for some reason, that's just really been on my mind. I've got to amp that up too. I've been cycling through my stored gas. I need to refill. So that's a work on for me. I'm right there with you. But we got to do it. We got to do it very soon. Okay. Soon as possible. So gasoline, fuel, charcoal, propane, oil for oil lamps. I'm probably leaving something out. Your water filters. Look at that stuff, okay? Even if it's just one thing a day, look at something and just make sure you're okay with it. Or you got enough. 1 is 0. 2 is 1. That's how we look at it. Okay. 3 is 1. 4 is 1. 5 is 1. 6 is 1. 7 is 1. 8 is 1. 9 is 1. 10 is 1. 11 is 1. 12 is 1. 13 is 1. 14 is 1. 15 is 1. 16 is 1. 17 is 1. 18 is 1. 19 is 1. 20 is 1. 21 is 1. 22 is 1. 23 is 1. 24 is 1. 25 is 1. 26 is 1. 27 is 1. 28 is 1. 29 is 1. 30 is 1. 31 is 1. 32 is 1. 33 is 1. 34 is 1. 35 is 1. 36 is 1. 37 is 1. 38 is 1. 39 is 1. 40 is 1. 41 is 1. 42 is 1. 43 is 1. 44 is 1. 45 is 1. 46 is 1. 47 is 1. 48 is 1. 49 is 1. 50 is 1. 51 is 1. 52 is 1. 53 is 1. 54 Hope this makes sense. But I just have this feeling that things are just getting going. Things are just ramping up. I have a big time feeling that we're going to have a big event sometime between now and in the fall. Sometime between now through the summer too. I just have that feeling. I know a lot of you do too. But even besides that, besides a unforeseen event or a black swan event, even if you take that out, we still got so much of this other stuff that's going on that I've mentioned. That's enough to pull your hair out. So work in some recreation, work in some fun, get out and move your body, go walk. I made a conscious effort today. I got out and walked about 20, 25 minutes. Good brisk walk. Okay. I know it's not much, but we do that on a regular basis. It helps. Get your body moving. Body in motion tends to stay in motion, as you're able, of course. I'm going to go to the passage. Share your thoughts on these things. What are you doing? What are you not doing? Even if you, like I mentioned this in the last video, one of the last videos, even if you haven't done much preparing, go ahead and start ramping up some. Even if it's just a few more items, you go to the store. Get some gasoline. Check your vehicle. Check the oil. Check your tires. All these things. It's basic maintenance things. Oil, tires. Like I said, fuel. All right. Verse is 1 Peter. This was the verse of the day on the Bible app, actually, I believe. It's a good one. 1 Peter chapter 13, verse 15 says, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect." We don't have to thump the Bible or pick up a bullhorn and yell at them. We don't have to do that. That's just going to turn them around and run from you. Okay? Do it with gentleness and respect. And share. You can share your faith some, and you're like, "Dog, I can't do that." Yeah, you can. The Spirit will put the words on your tongue. I promise. And this says, be prepared to give an answer. An example of the Bible telling you to be prepared. If we're in the Word just a little bit, make notes, think about it. That way you're prepared. If you get to share a little bit about your faith, you will have that opportunity. We can be the light. You know, there's so much darkness in this world right now. Everything is upside down. It's a clown world times 10 to the max right now. Any chance we can be the light, even if it's just a simple thing, simple act, you know, let's do that. Let's be an example the best we can. But let's keep our situational awareness up too as well. Let's be careful. Let's be safe. Stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I'll see you soon.